Criminal Minds, The Legoland Murder by Lily Edmondson. On April 22, 2021, in the town of Legoland, Susan Williams and her son Alex headed over to their neighbor Eric Smith's house at around 9 a.m. for some coffee. When Susan walked up to the front door, she saw Eric lying in a pool of blood on the ground. She made Alex wait outside while she walked in, saw the back door open, her neighbor dead, became overwhelmed, screamed, and then fainted. The nosy neighbor Bob came running out of his house a few minutes later and told Alex he heard the scream of a woman and was curious. When he walked inside, he grabbed his phone and called 911 before helping Susan off the ground and onto the nearby couch to wait for the police. Alex was curious and came inside too, but fainted upon seeing his dead neighbor. Shortly after, a delivery man named Steve arrived to deliver a package, at the same time as the policeman showed up. After interviewing all of the people at the scene, the policeman came up with a suspect list, including himself because he could have left DNA at the house too, and they needed to be able to exclude it. So who did it? To figure that out, we will use DNA fingerprinting and will be analyzing VNTR for all of the suspects and the evidence of a piece of hair found at the scene. So what is VNTR? VNTR stands for Variable Number Tandem Repeats, which are short nucleotide sequences ranging from 10 to 100 base pairs that are organized in short tandem repeats with a variation in length between different individuals. VNTR can be used as DNA fingerprinting to identify a person, in this case, the suspect. Who done it in our Legoland murder of Eric Smith. Here are the two VNTR loci for the hair sample and all our suspects. We will now analyze it to determine if each suspect can be excluded from leaving the hair at the crime scene or if their profile is consistent with leaving the hair at the crime scene. Starting with the first VNTR locus and the victim on the left, we will compare his profile to the profile of the hair. Neither one of his alleles match the alleles of the hair sample, so we can conclude that the victim most likely did not leave the hair at the crime scene. Now looking at the delivery man, only one of his alleles matches the alleles of the hair sample, so we can conclude that the hair is most likely not his. Both of Bob's alleles match the alleles of the hair sample, so it is possible that he left the hair at the crime scene. Both of the policeman's alleles also match the alleles of the hair sample, so it is possible that he could have left the hair at the crime scene. Only one of Susan's alleles matches the alleles of the hair sample, so we can conclude that the hair is most likely not hers. And lastly with Alex, neither one of his alleles match the alleles of the hair, so we can conclude that he most likely did not leave the hair at the crime scene. Now looking at the second locus and the victim on the left, neither one of his alleles match the alleles of the hair sample, so we can conclude that he most likely did not leave the hair at the crime scene. Both of the delivery man's alleles match the alleles of the hair, so it is possible that he left the hair at the scene. Both of Bob's alleles also match the alleles of the hair, so it is possible that he left the hair at the scene. Neither one of the policeman's alleles match the alleles of the hair, so he most likely did not leave the hair at the crime scene. Both of Susan's alleles match the alleles of the hair, so she could have left it at the scene. Only one of Alex's alleles matched the alleles of the hair, so he most likely could not have left it at the scene. Now, comparing both loci, Bob is the only suspect whose alleles match up with the alleles of the hair at both loci, meaning his profile is consistent with leaving the hair at the crime scene. Additionally, we can confirm that Alex is Susan's son based on the VNTR analysis. Because we get one allele from mom and one from dad, we can see which alleles Alex got from his mom at both loci and which ones he must have gotten from his father. So who did it? Along with the DNA hair sample, Bob later confessed to Police Deputy Ryan that he was jealous of Susan and Alex's relationship with their neighbor, the deceased victim Eric Smith, so Bob killed him in the middle of the night. And he left the door open to make it seem like a robbery gone wrong, but did not mean to leave a hair sample as he even shaved his head beforehand. Too bad it was a beard hair. Bob forgot to shave that too. The end.